navigation menu to each page and the copy that needs to go on there. So this is 90% there. There were a couple of things that I added to the Photoshop file that aren't on that Word document, and that is things that we added as we went along. So I have this register, sign in, login button, the phone number, fax number, and address over here. This register paragraph, this paragraph are not in that Word document, but everything else pretty much is. Here is your Photoshop file, and a couple of things I want you to see here. Before, they couldn't get these buttons quite right. We really struggled with this. So these buttons have, design-wise, a very thin gray border, and then they're clear, and the type could even be the darker gray color like the border. And when you click on them, then they go to white. And I have each of these slides in a separate slider. So we have sectioning, sorry, that was a surprise, sectioning, mounting, grinding, polishing, and analysis. And the one thing I really like is this photo is as big as possible in the space. This is the most important thing. And so just keep those proportions right. The other thing that I had trouble with is we don't need a lot of space top and bottom. This, what is that, maybe like a 3/4 of an inch here at top. Before they had way too much. If I go back to the website, bear with me. Oops. Back to the website. Hello, Macintosh. Button's a little slow with recording. So, okay, so here's the website. You see there's not much room up here, but there's a lot of room down here. And two, this photograph needs to anchor from the bottom. I'll just go through to the Photoshop file so you can see what I'm talking about. Turn that off for a second. All the interest in this photo is here at the bottom. And this should go full width on whatever size screen that we're using and be centered. So if you're on a little phone or iPad, you're going to see like this much. But if you're on a beautiful 33-inch monitor, you might see just this much. But all the interest in this photograph is in this bottom area. So let's have this anchor from the bottom, and then we don't care where it crops anywhere up here. But that will get that going. And if we can possibly get all these things to line up, that this box comes from the right here, and this lines up this side, you know, and we have a consistent place so everything is visually organized. Let's see, is there anything else? On the sliders, let me just turn the slider on for a second. Sorry, directional arrows, sectioning. My client doesn't like this serif face, so I'm going to go to a thin sans serif face for all these headlines. The only places those headlines appear on the sliders there on the home page. And if you give me a second, I've got each of the section pages here in this photo tire too, but you can see the headline is up here. So I'm going to find you a very thin font to replace this, and I will put that in that Word document for you. So here, just to show you the sections, this is sectioning, mounting, grinding and polishing, and analysis. So you can see how everything is set up. And I had this type a little bit too big at first, so just pick something nice and that looks good. I think this page looked really good the way it was set up. I go to grinding and polishing. So if I click on the top on these navigation bars, it goes to these pages where you can see all their product groups. And if I click on any of these, then those go to the pages with the charts. And these charts look pretty good. I like all the coding, and I'll do another video on charts. I just wanted to give you an idea of the home page and what we're doing in this one. So let me just go back to that. So anything else I need to tell you? I think that's about it. I mean, if you can get this to look very close to what I have here, that is awesome. So call or email or Skype if you have any questions, and I hope you have a very, very good day. Thank you.